what's up, guys? Welcome to the Cup. It's your boy Dubby. I got 3 stories for this video today. Quality stories. Stick around. It's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna keep it condensed though, not too long. Get right to the point. So let's do it. Start in
Milwaukee area are accused of drugging and robbing men in Chicago. Police say they arrested 25-year-old Tiana Trammell and 32-year-old Tjwana Rainey early Sunday morning. They say the women led a man to a secluded parking lot in Chicago, where police later found him unconscious. His car and other items were gone. He's recovering in a hospital. Both women are charged with continuing a financial crime enterprise, drug possession, and other charges.
That's wild. So, little 35-second clip out of ABC's Wisconsin affiliate. Listen, let's just get to the. I'm gonna get to the article. The article had way more substance in it. It gave way more information. So we're gonna go through that article together. Like a class. No, but for real, I checked the article out already, so you guys know what's on. I ain't gonna bring out no bullshit. Let's do it. All right. 2 Milwaukee women charged with drugging men in River North bars and robbing them, netting $85,000 in cash and valuables. All right, William Lee, Chicago Tribune. 2 Milwaukee women, an expectant mother, and a 32-year-old phlebotomist are accused of drugging 10 men who were partying in River North and then robbing them after they fell unconscious, netting $85,000 in cash, phones, and jewelry. Tiana Trammell and Tjwana Rainey, 25 and 32, ran the scheme from late January until last Sunday, authorities told a Cook County judge on Tuesday. The two would lead drunken men from the bars and nightclubs at River North, often with an invitation to go back to their place and then give them a drink from a small glass vial, prosecutors said during a bail hearing. Come on, show more. Don't play with me now. Tjwana and Tiana. So they're from Milwaukee and they was getting busy in Chicago, right? With it. Ooh. Oh, let me go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Yeah, go back a little bit. There we go. The two would lead drunken men from the bar and get a man during a bail hearing. After downing the drink, the men would black out and later awake either in their own homes or by the side of the road unharmed, but missing their wallets and valuables, prosecutors said. We had one victim that awoke at the Lake Forest Oasis. Assistant State Attorney Paul Kiefer told Judge Charles Beach II during the hearing broadcast on YouTube. The woman used the stolen credit cards and debit cards at ATMs at Walmart and Target stores in the Milwaukee area where they live, Kiefer said. The women were arrested early Sunday in River North after carrying a man from a downtown club. It's not funny, to Trammell's car, authorities said. Both were already on law enforcement's radars by this time, and a tracker had been placed on Trammell's vehicle. Told you this shit decent, man. This story decent. The last couple of victims we have in the case, obviously the tracker aligns what happened to. The last couple of victims we have in the case, obviously the tracker aligns with what happened to those victims, he said. Kiefer added that authorities also have surveillance video and license plate readers that captured Trammell's movements. The cops was on their ass, yo. There was 10 guys, though. They was doing that. They was doing it for a while. It was 10 guys. And they was hitting them with drinks in the bar. Like, you could have just been talking with them, chilling with them. They was hitting you with the drink. You didn't even have to already taking them off, Jeez, man. When, women throwing, strange women just throwing her ass at you like that, that's probably, listen, some of us think we're God's gift, but hey, listen, we're talking about predators, we're talking about hunters. These are the kind of people we're talking about, and this is their job. Well, they had jobs. One was the phlebotomist, the other one had a job. They both did. The women, the last couple of the victims we have in the case, obviously the track aligns with what happened to those victims, he said. Kiefer added that authorities also have surveillance videos and license plate readers that capture shot movements. Police recovered vials of suspected alcohols that are being analyzed to see what chemicals were used on the men, authorities said. Trammell and Rainey, who appeared separately before the judge, each faced charges of continuing a financial criminal enterprise and possession of controlled substance. Neither woman had a significant criminal history, and both are mothers of young children, according to their attorneys. But Beach said drugging a person without their knowledge or consent was an act of violence and set bail at $55,000 for Trammell and $45,000 for Rainey. Both are barred from having contact with the victims, and Trammell was barred from returning to Wisconsin during the case. The criminal tradition of robbing bar hoppers by knocking them out with tainted drinks has its supposed origins in the late 19th century Chicago, where the legendary saloon owner Mickey Finn, Mickey Finn, yo, that's where it come from. Slipping them a Mickey, come from Mickey Finn. We learned something today. If you didn't know, I didn't know until I read this article. So, customers lays drinks. Yeah, Mickey hooked people up. In recent years, the folks have been on protecting against date rape, drugs put into cocktails in order to leave people vulnerable to sexual assault. Chicago Tribune. I got more story after that. Wow. So, this is just happening. They got locked up yesterday, whatever. You know, look, one day ago, you know, so I got this morning. So, they was on them for a minute, you know, so they thought they was good. They did 10 guys. They said they got $85,000, so they was getting $8,500. How do you meet someone in a bar and rob them? So say they did 10 capers, and the authorities are saying, the media is saying that they had got $85,000 worth of valuables and money. Oh, they got their cards. That's it. I'm bugging. I was like, how do you get, you know, all that stuff? They got the cards. They got the cards. They cracked the cards. And by the time these guys woke up, they already had used the card up. Because, you know, you figure they knock their ass out. They don't get their senses back till the morning or whenever, a couple hours at least. So they got the cards. They going to Target. You know, they buying Similac or whatever. Let me stop. Yo, man, you know, this is a trifling ass crime, yo. You know, it's all good till you get caught. You know, it's all good for them till they got caught. That Cardi B shit. You know, put that little, you know what I mean, in the drink. That Rick Ross shit. You know, she don't even know it. Shit no good, man. Shit is no good. So, me sitting here, you know, we get to the next story. You guys leave your opinions or comments on all of that stuff. Let us know. So,
They say punched a man and his grandfather, then knocked a 73-year-old grandmother onto the subway tracks.
New York City.
Officers say the man got into an argument with a 30-year-old along the southbound AC platform at the Clinton, Washington station. That happened around 1:30 p.m. Monday. They say the man in the video then punched the 30-year-old in the face, then punched his 82-year-old grandfather who came in to help. And when his grandmother came in to help, she was pushed onto the tracks.
Someone was wailing on everybody.
To avoid the train, but both she and her grandson went to the hospital with severe head injuries. The grandfather was treated for a cut that required stitches. Police say the suspect is between 25 and 30 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall and 200 pounds. If you recognize him, call the Crime Stoppers hotline. That phone number is 1-800-577-TIPS. Katie Johnston for CBSNewYork.com.
You know my CBS squad. Yo, man, listen. If they catch this guy, I'm not going to get a whole video on him. I'm going to mention it, though. I'm like, yo, they caught the homie. You know, the wild boy who's over there beating up grandma. He threw grandma on the tracks, punched grandpa, and then beat up grandson. He beat up grandson off top, got him out the way. Then he beat up the old folks. Look at this guy right here. 5'7", 220. These guys are brute. I'm assuming it seems that he has a little bit of anger issues. At the least bit, we can say that. Now, that shit crazy on the L. You know, in the last video, they called what Miss Trammell and Miss Rainey did acts of violence, you know, by law. So that's what we're talking about, is more violence. And a lot of videos are going to be like that because, you know, a lot of times people are like, yo, I don't like to watch the news, you know, and I get it. Because the news be just so, you know, debilitating as far as morale, or not even morale, as far as spirit goes. You know, and a lot of times people don't, but now more than time than ever, we need to watch the joint. Because we need to know what's going on. We can't keep our head in the sand like an ostrich. We need to know what's going on. You know, and I know about this guy beating up grandpa, you know, it's not really, you know, it's not going to change your day tomorrow. It's not going to make your day better tomorrow. But the uptick in violence in my city, New York City, it is on the rise, man. And everybody, oh, New York soft, you know, the little internet dudes. I know there's a lot of grown-ups watching this, but there's a lot of youngins who watch this too, and people from other places, and they say New York. So we, like I said, we liked it when it was soft for the last 20 years. This was happening here. It's getting real, man. I'm going to show y'all more later in the next video, too. But before we do that and start the next video, we're gonna make one in a little bit. Today, we're gonna go to more violence. This is in LA, and this is also in their metro system. But this is involving one of their employees, and the ending is worse.
Things to know about the woman in this picture. She should be considered armed and dangerous. Now they're looking for the other 998 words to fill in what happened that led her to allegedly stab and kill an LA Metro employee Friday night here inside the 7th Street Metro Center subway station. Investigators say it happened. LAPD says there are 2 things to know about the woman in this picture. She should be considered armed and dangerous. Now, that led her to allegedly stab and kill an LA Metro employee Friday night here inside the 7th Street Metro Center subway station. Investigators say it happened just before 11 p.m. Friday when, for an unknown reason, the suspect and the victim started fighting on board the MTA Red Line train. They say things escalated and led to the stabbing at the downtown rail station. The woman was last seen exiting the station, pushing this bright green bicycle.
Crazy bitch
the
on a
victim
bike,
reportedly signaled for help on the platform. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital where he died. It's unclear if he was on the job at the time of the attack. Tonight, Metro riders had heard of the assault and said while most of the time they feel safe, this is a sad reminder to be alert.
Just mind my business, keep distance from other people, and just, you know, be aware of my surroundings.
Everybody keeps saying the same thing in these videos.
Be aware.
You gotta move correctly, and that's the same thing I'm saying. Imagine
come in and they'll just kind of look at you funny.
Get killed like that by this crazy chick. She probably just jumped those asses. She little. She probably just pounced on his ass. Boop, boop, boop,
the Metro
him
worker who died has not been publicly identified. LAPD says the suspect is believed to be between 25 and 30 years old. They're asking anyone who recognizes her to step forward. At LAPD headquarters, I'm Lori Perez, KCAL 9 News.
Wow, man, violence. Yo, man, you know, you guys got to get a comment. Let me know what's going on, man, you know. Subscribe too, of course. I would love that. I'd love some more subscribers, you know. I want to get to that 1,000. I want to do live videos, man. I want to interact with the people. That's what I want. But, yo, yeah, that happened too. We're going to see what he got. You know, they got a bye coming up, so he's going to have a whole week and a half, 2 weeks to practice. But we're going to talk about some sports on Saturday and Sunday. So, but yeah. So now, the violence, yo, is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just everywhere. The uptick in violence. You know, and the crime is just people trying to get theirs, like the 2 chicks. You don't give a, you know what I'm saying? Don't give a, you know, don't fuck, you know. They trying to get theirs, and the times we're in, and the distractions, and the political banter back and forth, all of that stuff. Is created this storm of uncertainty, along, of course, with the coronavirus. It's created this storm of uncertainty that we're in, and the people are finally reacting. Even I said it in my COVID videos back in March. I said, yo, the worst is yet to come in the COVID Chronicles. It's true, and this is where we're at in October, yo. The shootings is crazy now out here, but what? I got some more videos. If you're in New York, you already know. I'm going to go, you know, what happened yesterday on Winter. I'm going to go on in No Stream. I'm going to go ahead and do that video. It was just so many. I didn't know where to start. And these I had on my queue before. So I'm going to hit those up. I'm going to do those. Bruh, this shit is real out here, bro. It's real out here. It's all about safety and awareness. You know, he probably wasn't ready. She just pounced on him. You know, I didn't see the size of the man. You know, I'm jumping. But she didn't look like a big woman, yo. Imagine her coming down on you and just poking you to death, taking your life from you. You let that bitch get on top of you and she just carving your ass up. I can't go out like that, Jack. That shit's sad, yo. He was at work. Or even if he wasn't at work, he'd probably leaving work. You know, they'd be riding. They ride the Metro to go to work. At least in New York City, they do. So, anyway, man, I'm going to go ahead and start this next joint. Yo, like, subscribe, share. You already know I'm on with Maddie B on the Epic joint. We're gonna be doing our little football show, little World Series. Hopefully probably tomorrow. We're gonna see how that go. Ain't nothing, man. Everything is everything. Just stay safe and stay aware, stay smart. Holler at y'all in a minute, man. You know, like one more thing, like I feel way more comfortable doing these than I did before because I really gave a fuck about discrepancies that, you know, with what I have to, with the equipment I have to create this, I give myself a hard time, you know? And a lot of times I don't even want to do videos. I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna do nothing good. You know, I don't look right, it don't look right, it don't feel right. But nah, this is right, man. All I gotta do is come here and tell the truth. And if someone hears it, they're gonna be like, yeah, I like this dude, all right. And I'm gonna come listen to him again. So I like that. So anyway, yeah, guys, you know how it goes.